If he's telling you straight up he's job seeking, he wants sex for free and he wants you probably to take him out, because some men will try that. There's, certain women that they could play on their heartstrings, their emotions, and they can tell you something like that. Like a man, a real man, would not tell you that. He would not let you know that he is out here job seeking if he wanted to take you seriously. He would not. He would find a way. He would borrow the money. He would do something else. He would not be seriously saying that to you, like straight up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, please subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Ashley. So today we're going to be reading a question from one of my subscribers. She's a new subscriber and she reached out to me on Instagram to ask me a question. Okay, and so this person will remain anonymous, of course. She said, hey, I just saw your video on hypergamy and I had to inbox you for advice. Is it okay if I ask you 2 questions? So I said, yeah, sure, go ahead. And she asked, so her biggest question is how to correct the mistake with current guys I am dating. Now that I know more about hypergamy and after your video, I am wondering what's the best way to change the relationship dynamics. For some reason, this is not an easy conversation for me to talk about, even though I know it's only right. So for someone I've been dating and I'm sure it's not going to go anywhere serious right now, and moving forward, how would you bring up the conversation like it's nothing and expected? Because I don't want to get in any arguments and they love to argue. Okay, so, and I responded to her, but I want to go more in depth with it. And she sent me a screenshot of like a conversation between her and one of her suitors, I assume. So I'm going to read this to you guys, but this is just the screenshot that she sent me if you guys wanted to take a peek at it. The guy said, just in general, LOL. So they were having a conversation prior to this. And she responded and said, I completely understand where you're coming from. I think this convo should be had in person though. 2, would you like to take me to dinner? And he said, when? And she said, I'm free tomorrow. And he said, I'm going to have to get back with you on that one. I'm still job seeking. And she said, okay, no problem at all. I completely understand, love. And he said, wait, we get paid tomorrow. I'm down. Okay. When you sent me this DM, it was kind of odd to me when he said he was still job seeking. That threw me off, and that would have turned me off initially. I don't know if this is something like y'all are just meeting online and stuff, and I don't know how y'all met and all that stuff, but if you guys met online, then more than likely he just wants sex. And the fact that he wants to speak with you and he's job seeking is just all weird to me. So let's talk about how to bring the conversation up with someone that you're already dating, right? And change the relationship dynamics. And let's go forward with that. So basically how to change the relationship dynamics if you are going from being in a relationship with someone and maybe they're not taking you out, maybe they're not buying you things, maybe they're not showing you that they want you in their life long term. Let's talk about that. So when you want somebody to start taking you more seriously, a guy, and you already pretty much gave it up, and I don't know if you made him or if he felt like he needed to work for you at all or do anything nice for you, I don't know. So honestly, like I was telling you in the DM, if you want him to view you differently, then you have to be different. You cannot treat him the same as you were treating him before. You cannot sit down and have like 1,000,001 pointless conversations about nothing that don't pertain to your future together, that don't ensure that you can be completely secure. And even if he can't do it 100% right now, there has to be something different that's going to show you that in the near future things will change for the better. Like I said, if you don't see this person being able to provide for your family in the future at all, you need to leave them alone. You need to move on. You need to find a way to move on, because that's not fair to you. because that means this person will be gaining a whole lot from you and even have the building blocks to build something new with someone else that he will provide for in the future. So if you don't want to feel the wrath of that, then if there's nothing there, then there's just nothing there, and you have to move on. And like I told you in the DM, don't argue with a man. This is something that a lot of us struggle with. I still struggle with this. Is like, you're not supposed to be arguing with a man. I prefer to use the term conversate or have a healthy dialogue, but there's only but so much you can say, because the more you're speaking, the more time he has. I wouldn't argue with him. What is there to argue about? You need to separate yourself from that situation. With me, if we're together and we're in like a long-term relationship or whatever, or you claim you care about me so much and you love me so much, right? Then you would not want to see me stressed. You would not want to see me under attack at work. You would not want to know that men are making sexual advances at me at work every single day and I feel uncomfortable. And, you know, I want to come home with the best possible energy, but I can't do that because I'm thinking about how many times John tried to pin me in the corner at work today. Okay. Yeah, it's really hard to be a woman, because you really have to, you want to be sexy, you want to be attractive, you want to feel good, you want to mingle amongst the attractive girls at work, but you also don't want to be, like I said, you don't want people to violate you when you're just trying to do your job. You know, if a man can watch you do that day in and day out and say he loves you, or not try to find a way to alleviate some of that stress from you, not try to find a way to make you feel special. Words don't really make you feel special, because anybody could tell you anything, okay? And it means a lot more when I can see like, oh my gosh, so-and-so did this for me. He really cares. He really values me. You know, he really set aside time to think about what it is that I want, what I like. And in turn, this is not a one-way street. In turn, you can have the energy to do the most for this person, but we don't want to do the most for people that are not going to be permanent, people that are not going to make us feel secure, people that just want to talk. Like, with me, I get irritated when, I don't know, like the more you're sitting here and talking to me, I'm like, okay, and where is this going? You understand what I'm saying? If you can correct it, if he cares enough about you and he has the motivation to correct this issue and get out there and either get a second job or start a business or something, if he has that in him and he wants you bad enough, then he'll do it. If not, like I said, you need to walk away. And you don't owe anybody any explanations. If they really want an explanation, first of all, they know why you're walking away. They can call you whatever they want to call you. A smart woman knows all of this, okay? And the fact that you're here right now lets me know that you are a smart woman and you value yourself, and you're trying to make it so that your counterpart can value you just as much, if not more. And it's not necessarily a conversation that needs to be had, unless you kind of want to, if he wants to take you to dinner, you can suggest a really nice place. And that's a start, so that you guys could both understand that you want the finer things in life and you want those things together. So, you know, he can take you somewhere really, really nice where you can have a relaxed conversation and just kind of see where his head is at. What does he think? If you're talking to a man and you're starting to ask him certain questions about the future, like what car do you want in the future? What house do you see for us? And if he's not showing you any of those things, or you don't see any steps being taken to attain these things, any extra income, not yours, unless you want that type of relationship, but then I really don't see a need for that relationship to continue if you want the dynamics to change. So if you're at dinner and he's acting all like he's not even present, and, you know, I'm just here because you asked me to bring you here, like, that'll tell you right there. Energy says a lot. when someone is truly in tune with you and they're like, I want to do whatever it is that you want me to do, that you need me to do. Because in the end, men know what it is that they could possibly get. You know what I'm saying? But you don't just want to give that up for everybody. It is give and take. So it's not even like an expectation type of thing. And I think that's where we get off wrong. You know, take care of yourself the best way you possibly can, from head to toe. The best way you possibly can. And if someone can't see the value that you put in yourself, they're not going to value you either. That's really the start. And if you are already doing that and this person still cannot, they just can't, and they can't just be man enough to say, you know what, I'm doing the best that I can right now. You know, this is my plan going forward. And if you don't see any change in 6 months, then you can go, whatever. If this person can't even have that conversation as a man and be solid about it, and you're like the woman of their dreams, let's just say that, then they have to let you go, because that's just not right. And if they love to argue, girl, let them argue by themselves. There's nothing that you need to continuously argue about. You said what you said. If you believe it, then leave. And I'm not saying that in a mean way, like, just leave. This guy, though, that you're texting right now, this sounds kind of young, so I don't know, you might need to date older. Shira suggests that you date at least 15 to 20 years older. So if you're dating a young guy that can't, like, go out and get it for real like that, then this is not something serious anyway. If he's, like, your age or younger than you, then he's still job seeking. I think you don't even need to talk to this guy, honestly, if I'm being real with you. He's job seeking, girl. He cannot, what can he do? He has like a lifetime savings or something. If he did, he wouldn't be job seeking. And it's nothing wrong. And then the men that come on my channel, there's nothing wrong with job seeking. There's nothing wrong with, everybody has to start from somewhere, but you cannot, in my mind, you really shouldn't be out here trying to wine and dine. That lets me know that you're just trying to sex. Going forward, I don't know how old you are, but date older. If you want to be provided for, if you want somebody to play with you, to try to get free sex out of you constantly, to not take you seriously, then talk to the job seeker guy. Guys, when you are job seeking, date for what you can afford at that time, or don't date at all. Because honestly, truly, if you talking to a person like me, at this point in life, I'm not talking to you. But before, when I was younger, and you know, I'm like, oh, we're young, and you know, we're both out here just trying to find some jobs and stuff like that. Eventually, I'm gonna get tired of you, and I'm gonna get irritated if you're not trying to do more. If you're not trying to do better for yourself, then I know there's nothing you can do for me. So then I know I'm being used in this situation. So if anybody thinks like me, then that's kind of where the womanist mindset is. Now, there are plenty of women out here who will take care of you. There are plenty of women out here that will give it to you for free, that won't expect anything from you. Go date them. Don't get mad with the women that look really good and that expect a lot, because eventually when you become a CEO, eventually when you work your ass off and you're not job seeking anymore and you become whatever it is, then you won't want a dusty woman either. You will want a bad like girl. You will want somebody that looks really, really good, that can represent you well when you go to company functions, that you can be proud to have on your arm. So that's where I'm at with it. I hope that helped you. If you guys have additional questions about this, then why not? I mean, you guys are interested in it, and I have a little bit of experience. I'm not saying I have the most experience, so definitely hit me up. I'll leave my Instagram down below along with my email. I'm open to questions. I'm open to comments. I ask that people keep it tactful. When people don't keep it tactful is when they get on blast. So that's it for now, and make sure you guys are subscribed with your post notifications turned on, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the commentary. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys.